So Brava's coming to camp with us. We're going to teach and train the essentials in our home environment here, but also out in the real world. We'll be practicing situations and scenarios that are common for most people, like staying on our place when we're having dinner, having food in the kitchen, dogs around, real life stuff for most people. We'll practice around some real distractions out in the real world too. And then on the last day, we're going to meet with you, and that's where you get your dog back, and we're going to teach you what to work on for the next week or so. And then we're going to start a different interval for lessons at that point, as long as your schedule allows for it. So your follow-up will be about a week later. But at that point, when you get your dog back, that's when it's time for you to take what we've taught Brava and apply that to your environment at home or wherever else you go and things like that. I don't have too many questions for you because I already know what home life is like for you. I've been there. I know you're using a crate and things like that. We've been through some stuff. So today what we're going to do is we're going to, as soon as you drive off, I'm going to do her first session. And so, I'm going to start to introduce her to a prong collar and see where we get and things like that. And then so that's what's going to happen the next couple of days with basic leash work and things. It's typically a little bit early to do that, but I'm confident that we can show her in a gradual way that'll make sense for her, being that she's kind of young. Well, I want to get her first session in, but while it's still enough light outside too, so we're going to go ahead and get that started, and then I'll give you a little update how it went. Okay. Is that cool?
Sure. That sounds good.
All righty.
All right, well,
y'all have a safe trip.
All right.
Cool.
We'll see you in a few weeks.
No worries. Come on, Brava. Here we go. All right, so we're going to get Brava's first prong collar session going right now. We're going to help her learn how to follow our lead with the prong collar, not pull so hard. She's not pulling me a lot right now, but she typically does pull the owners all over the place. How we size this is by adding or removing links. So we've already taken out 2 links from its normal size. This is a 2.25 millimeter Herm Springer. And I'm going to let the long leash drag just to start. So what I actually want to do here is I want to show Brava what leash pressure means. So I'm going to give her a little guidance, encourage her to come to me. Then I'm going to slow her down here. Good. I'm going to give her a little leash pressure. There we go. Little leash pressure. Have her come to me. Good. All I want to do right now is have her feel it and how to go with it, whether that's following me or whether that's slowing down. So now that I know she's pretty much good with it, I'm going to start to use that prong collar to show her how to slow down next to me. And we're going to take it one step at a time. I know I'm good with the long line now. So now I'm walking. There we go. Good. And all I want to do, I'm not going to take the dog that's all over the place and try to turn him into a dog that's perfect. What I want to do is I want to start to show that there's boundary out there ahead of us. I want to show that there's boundary to the sides. And also in some cases when dogs control by pulling to the rear, I want to show that there's boundary there too. So if the dog is good with learning it, then we can start to make it much more precise or a lot better. First thing I want to do is make sure Brava's good with me showing her that there is a limitation, right? When I slow down, there is a limitation. We have to stop there, not continue to walk ahead of us and pull us. So the action of the prong, I'm going to come close so you can see. The action of the prong is this guiding, and loosening. Guide, loosen, just like that. So when I encourage her, come, have her move with me. And now that I know that she's good, I'm going to start to walk a little bit longer in one direction. All I'm doing is giving little inputs to the left, to the right, to help keep her centered. Then I'm also giving input to the rear to slow her down. So, all right, so this is very good, very quick, right? We've done a little bit of work with this dog, a little bit of leash work with the regular flat collar the past several weeks and around the house and stuff. So it's probably why this is so easy right now. But I want to show you a few of the exercises here. And this is what I call the square, walking square exercise, where the dog learns to slow down in order for us to facilitate a left turn this way, to facilitate a left turn together. All right, so I'm going to slow her down. In this case, we're going to do a 180, a nice tight 180. Guide, loosen. There is a distraction, and that's fine. The left turn is easy because I'm nudging the dog to go left, right? I'm nudging when I go to the left. I'm kind of leading the dog around the left turn with my body. When I go to the right, however, I have to encourage the dog to stay tight to me. Because if I turn to the right and I don't encourage the dog, I get separation. So what I actually want to do is I want to give some guidance as I turn to the right to have her to the turn with me, right? I'm walking ahead, I'm going to slow her down. Encouragement to help her turn to the right with me. It's important to not just turn and pull the dog with you. We want the dog to actually think about it. So I want to slow her down. I want her attention. I want her to understand. Come. I want her to understand how to make the decision, not just me pulling her with me and she stays with me because I made her do it physically and she didn't make any decisions. That's not going to help us help the dog learn, and it's not going to get us off leash. Come. There we go. Good. And with this kind of response, handling those distractions are going to be a lot easier because Brava was a real big challenge with pulling. She's young, but she was pulling hard quite a bit. So when you apply the right training tool to the situation, you can communicate that much more effectively with your dog. So a lot of this is just basically helping the dog learn how to maneuver with me and stay in the right position relative to me and not be all over the place. There we go, and we'll stop right there. Good. Good. All right. Good job, Brava. Good job. Good job. What a quick learner.